Working for a very busy dermatology office every day, you see a lot of skin cancers, and I see them every single day. It's to the point where I can pick out different lesions on different people and know if it's skin cancers or if it's not a skin cancer. When I was 21, I was actually diagnosed with a pre-melanoma, and that scared the life out of me. So there are different types of skin cancers. There's basal cell, squamous cell, and melanoma. There's others, but those are the three most known skin cancers that we treat every single day. It's very important to see your dermatologist to make sure that you don't have a skin cancer. The first one is basal cell. This is what a basal cell could look like. It is the most frequent occurring basal cell. It never really metastasizes, which means it's not really known to kill you. It doesn't grow beneath the skin's layer. It's very rare to be life-threatening. With that being said, in America, there's over 4 million cases each year. In our office, there's probably 3 out of 5 every single day that we treat. Of course, the causes would be sun exposure, which we get every single day. Treatment options would probably be either an excision, which we do a biopsy first to make sure that it is a basal cell or squamous cell or melanoma or anything else. If it is, then we would excise it, or we would do what we call a Mohs procedure. And if it's in the very early stages, we sometimes can do cryosurgery, which is liquid nitrogen. Of course, prevention would be to cover yourself up whenever you're out in the sun. You have to think, even going from your house to your car and driving, you could still get a skin cancer. The second most common would be squamous cell carcinoma. A pre-squamous cell carcinoma would be an actinic keratosis, or a precancer. We treat those with the liquid nitrogen. What the liquid nitrogen does is it freezes the top layer of skin and gives it a frostbite, and it kills all of those cancerous cells. Or we could use Effudex cream, which is a chemotherapy cream that eats off the skin, causes a pretty bad rash, and that will give you new skin growth and get rid of that precancerous growth. The look of a squamous cell can be pretty bad. There's one right there. Now, usually they aren't deadly, but it could potentially become deadly. And of course, if you don't treat it, then it will become disfiguring to your body because it keeps growing. There are more than 1 million cases per year of squamous cell carcinoma. Skin infections could also cause this skin cancer. People who are on dialysis are more prone to getting squamous cell carcinoma, and it could also be inherited as well. Now, when I say skin infections, I also mean warts. If you don't get your warts taken care of, or genital warts will turn into squamous cell carcinoma, and then we would have to eventually do surgery. Prevention, of course, taking care of your warts with the liquid nitrogen, go to your local dermatologist, and of course, protection from the sun. The most dangerous form of skin cancer is melanoma. There are the A, B, C, D, E's of melanoma, which I have here in a pamphlet. Right here. So you have A for asymmetry, B for border, C for color, D for diameter, and E for evolving. You can check your moles and what we like to call the ugly duckling, whichever one that may be. So you have freckles all over your skin usually, And whichever one doesn't look like the rest of them is which one that you should probably check. There's different types of melanoma. There's different stages of melanoma. The pre-melanoma, there's dysplastic nevus, and then there's, I believe, 5 stages of melanomas. Genetics could be one of the causes. If your family has a history of melanomas, then you should probably be checked out as well. Sun exposure is a huge one, and especially tanning beds. Tanning beds, one time going into the tanning bed gives you 75% more chance that you are going to have a melanoma. Treatment would be excision, slow-mos, and or radiation. Slow-mos is where we cut the tissue out, leave you open, and we check it under a microscope overnight, and then we come back. Mohs is the same process, but it's done in one day. Prevention, no tanning beds whatsoever. See your dermatologist every year. And protection from the sun, sunscreen, long sleeve shirts. Do it, people. Every day I see these skin cancers. Every single day. Every day we have to remove the skin cancers from our patients. It's really important to get your skin checked from your dermatologist. There's basal cell, squamous cell, melanomas, and there's some more really bad ones out there as well that need to be taken care of before they get any worse. Being preventative is your best bet when it comes to skin cancers. Thank you.